So I spent many months running my agency and I made very little money compared to what my expectations were. But once I fixed one simple mistake, I managed to land my first client that I got from the agency itself and went on to make close to $40,000 in the span of a few months. Now in this video, I'm going to share and break down what that mistake was so you can avoid wasting time like I did and sign your client right away as fast as humanly possible. So watch until the end because this video can save you a lot of time and energy when it comes to signing that first client and collecting that first payment. So when I first started the agency, my plan was I'm going to leverage my network and I'm going to leverage cold outreach and outbound in order to sign my first client. That was the initial idea, the initial plan that I had. And before I go on, I just want to touch on the importance of network, how to leverage it, and how it can actually get you a first few payments, because that's exactly what happened with me. So when I first started the agency, I had a friend of mine who owns a production company. So what he does is he would walk into small businesses and he would offer them videos, right? So I hit him up, I said, hey, listen, I'm going to start a marketing, paid advertising agency. If you have any of your clients that could be potentially interested, please let me know. It literally took him 2 days. One of his clients had asked him for a referral and I was the person that he referred, and then boom, I started my first client. There was another situation where I walked into a barber shop and I started talking with a guy and he told me, what do you do? I told him I have a marketing agency. I just started one. And boom, he said, give me your contact information. The bottom line is I was able to sign 4 to 5 clients quickly just from talking to people, just from being out there, and just by letting people know that what you do is that you get clients. Don't just say, for example, that I run a marketing agency. Say, I basically work with companies and I help them get more clients. And then they're gonna be curious. And then what you wanna do is you wanna book them on a meeting or sit down with them and explain to them what you do. This has worked for me. So again, if you're starting out, any person that potentially has access to people of interest, your clientele, tell them, hey, don't be afraid to call them, to text them, hey, I'm starting this agency thing. And if you know anybody who could potentially be interested, let them know and refer them to me because I'm actually ready to take on more clients right now. You can do this through text, you can call people, you can bring it up when you meet them. And of course, you can incentivize them by saying, hey, let me just give you a percentage. And what's funny is that my friend, the one from the production company, because I ended up signing with him a client that went on and stayed for 7 months after I signed them. And I made thousands of dollars with that one client. I offered him a commission and he said, it's fine, it's your first client, go on. So hopefully one of you guys has a friend that's as nice as him, but usually what you want to do is you want to offer a commission for a client that somebody else gets you, just like an affiliate. If you're running an agency that's still stuck below $10,000 per month and you simply cannot scale beyond the first few payments that you receive, then hear me out. You've probably tried a few outreach methods, landed some clients, but you were unable to scale past that point. And you hit the ceiling simply because that entire method is simply not scalable. Now, the reason why some of our clients like Alex are able to get more than $35,000 of cash collected in under 2 months is because we install an entire client acquisition system based on paid advertising. And on top of that, we install an infrastructure of closers, sellers, and service delivery experts. So if you're really serious about this agency thing and you want to scale it to the next level, then check out the link in the description, book a call with me to find out more. And the thing is, and that's a mistake that a lot of people do, is that I got a bit too comfortable in the beginning because I thought that the network could just keep coming, a person could refer another, which is fine. I still got a few more referrals. But the thing is that I knew that I had to start doing some sort of outreach to land my first client that I got, a client that does not know who I am. So how did I do that exactly and what happened there? So what did I do? I started doing cold calling, cold emailing, LinkedIn outreach, and cold DMs. And out of those 4, the only one where I actually made money from was cold calling. But in the beginning, I was just calling random businesses and they were not picking up. The thing that I learned along the way and the thing that saved me a lot of time and a lot of money is you have to go to Fiverr or go to Upwork. And what you need to do is you need to find somebody who can get you the direct phone numbers of the business owners, because going on Google Maps and searching up the numbers and trying to get past the gatekeeper, like it would take 200 or 300 dials to even get to one business owner, and it was not even worth it. So that's the number one thing that I learned, that basically made the process much, much faster. So once I figured that out, I started getting into contact, like out of 10 dials, I would talk to 3 or 4 business owners. So what you want to do is you want to go to Fiverr or Upwork and you want to look up a lead generation expert and you want to tell them, hey, what I want you to do is I want you to find me people in this city that are the business owners or co-founders or founders, basically somebody who owns a business or a CEO, for example, these keywords that are in, let's say, roofing, for example. And I only want a list that has the direct phone numbers of those people. I started doing that. I started getting a lot of meetings almost immediately. I started calling those people and I started getting the meetings. And by the way, stick till the end because I will reveal to you the exact script that I used that made me sign my first client within 3 weeks of starting to cold call. The next step was I was finding all of these meetings, but the problem was you're a nobody, you don't have a lot of testimonials, you may have a few testimonials from the network, but they might not be directly related to the niche. So the thing that I did was I started offering free trials. I know it's something that's very frowned upon in the industry, but the thing about free trials is that if you look at it from, oh, I'm just gonna do work for free, then yes, you are failing at looking at it from the right angle. You should look at it like a funnel. When a business owner signs a contract with you that says, I'm gonna get you 4 or 5 leads or 4 appointments, for example, like 4 roofing appointments, and then you can pay me $1,500, granted that you give them the service that they are promised, they are going to pay you 100%. You basically have lowered the bar of a client saying yes, because they would have never said yes in the beginning and paid you $1,500 up front, but you're just gonna have to do a little bit extra work. And trust me, it is 100% worth it. So in the beginning, I was pitching lots and lots of people, but the moment I implemented this, I managed to sign my first client almost immediately. And the beautiful thing is, in the beginning, you have time on your hands to basically deliver the service, run ads for them, for example, or do AI or whatever your service is. But on top of that, you can use that as a testimonial, because one of the highest levers in business and agencies is having a lot of testimonials, which is something that really makes or breaks a business. Now, Michael Sansour, one of the agencies that I help and that I coach, was having the same trouble. He started his agency and within 2 weeks he said, Tarek, I'm not able to find any type of clients. I'm not able to sign anybody. And the thing is, I told him, why don't you start doing free trials with almost everybody? And within 3 weeks, he managed to get $6,600 of cash collected in his agency. Why? Because he signed all of those clients, 4 or 5 clients, and each one of them, he got them a few leads and then they paid the amount that was agreed upon in the contract. Now, I promise you guys that I'll be sharing with you the exact script that I used to sign my first client. Now, here it is. Now, this is a combination of my own script in addition to a few testing, but mainly it follows the framework of Jeremy Miner, who is one of the best sales coaches, in my opinion, in this current generation. So the script goes like this. Hey, is this first name from company name? So, hey, is this John from Express Roofing? Yeah, it's just Tarek here. I was wondering if you could maybe help me out for a moment. Yeah, so I was just calling to see if you were the person who's responsible for overlooking any decisions related to getting new jobs signed. Would that be you by any chance? Now, the reason why I called you today, John, is because we're a company that partners up with home improvement businesses and we help them get new jobs signed completely on a pay-per-results basis. So I just wanted to give you a quick call to see if you'd be open to discussing further. Keep it simple, keep it to the point. Your pitch should be assertive in a tone that is, you talk like you're sure of yourself. However, in the beginning, when you say, hey, is this John from Roof on Roads? Yeah, just Tarek here. I was wondering if you could maybe help me out for a moment. Here you want to sound confused. Why? Because when you hear somebody who's confused, Jeremy, by the way, explains it very well in one of his videos, but he says that it basically helps them lower the guard. All you need to do is for them to lower the guard so that you can pitch them. But when you pitch them, you have to pitch them in a way that is very, very assertive and strong and that you're sure of yourself. So you basically want to tell them that you partner up with home improvement businesses, you help them get new jobs on a pay-per-results basis, right? And of course, when you get on the call, you want to tell them, hey, I'm going to charge you for the number of leads or the number of appointments that I will get you. And that's so that they can see the value. I found it better than just retainers, because retainers it's a bit outdated. People love to pay for something. Like, I know I'm paying for 20 appointments or 20 leads rather than just saying, I'm just gonna pay $2,000 for a service. And of course, for the description of the service, like if they ask us like, okay, what do you do, etc., we say what we do is we run social media campaigns where we put our commercials in your area for people to see. I found that they love to hear, like these contractors, they love to hear the word commercials because it reminds them of something that is, used to seeing. Ads somewhat has a negative connotation, but you mentioned commercials. They feel like it's more grandiose and they love to hear it more. So you want to use the word social media campaigns where we run commercials and people in your area. So that are looking to get renovation jobs done. And this could be renovations, this could be roofing, this could be anything. And then we book you directly with homeowners into your calendar on a weekly basis. And then you tell them not just some phone numbers or leads that don't pick up. We're talking about actual appointments with homeowners, because I only want to sell you something that you actually can benefit from directly. And then of course, you don't want to give them everything on the cold call. You want to basically move that person to the sales call where you can break things down even more. All right, guys, I sincerely hope that you benefited from this video. If there's anything that you'd like to see me do in the future, comment your thoughts below. Tell me what type of content you'd like me to post. Tell me if you have any questions that I can respond to. And overall, just leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.